Alrighty, welcome everyone to the Ohio Association for College Admission Counseling Virtual College Fair. We're so excited to have you participating in this event. We have some fantastic schools here with us today. My name is Chelsea and I will be your facilitator. Before we get started, a few housekeeping items. Your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you, but you can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. This presentation is being recorded, as well as the other presentations that you may have missed, and will be available at strivescan.com/Ohio. And I'm going to turn it over to our first presenter, and that is Dickinson College.
Good evening, everyone. Happy to be the first presenter here, but yeah, my name is Ryan Harper. I'm an admissions associate over here at Dickinson College. I'm not normally the Ohio counselor. I actually work with international predominantly, but really happy to be with you guys tonight. My parents are both from Columbus, so it's a special place in my heart. But yeah, so just to start off with Dickinson College, we're located in Carlisle, Pennsylvania, which is sort of in the middle. It's 3 hours from Pittsburgh and 2 hours from Philly, so right in the middle there. But also we're about two hours from DC. 3 hours from New York City. So lots of big cities around the areas. We have lots of connections, lots of alumni in sort of these East Coast cities as well. But so we're about 2,300. We're sort of a classic small liberal arts school, significant international student presence, representative of 38 states and territories, 50 countries. Only 20% of our students are from Pennsylvania. So we really do get a wide range of students. So along with this sort of like classic liberal arts feel, we have small student faculty student ratio, so 8:1. Average class size is 14 students. Our max class size is 42. So you're really going to get to know your professors. That's something that we harp on a lot. I really do think we have some top-notch student faculty interaction. Pretty much all the students I talk to seem to have a best friend professor. So they may not be best friends, but they really have somebody that they're always talking about. One of my coworkers just graduated in May and she still babysits kids for her thesis advisor. So lots of stuff like that. But to talk through, so these are our academic offerings. So 46 majors, the red ones are our majors, the black ones are our minors, certificates, and other programs that we have. Our most popular major is our international business and management. But we have plenty of different areas. You may hear liberal arts and sciences or liberal arts and not think of sciences, but about just under 30% of our students do major in STEM. And we have a 95% acceptance rate to medical school and 94% acceptance rate to law schools. So really great work with that through our advising, which I'll talk a bit about later. So something that's particularly that we like to brag about a lot, that we are very proud of, is our global education. So we do study abroad very well. We run 18 global programs ourselves. We actually have 13 staff members who live abroad and help run these programs, but they can be anywhere from a summer, a semester, a winter. You can go a whole year. You can go a year in 2 different places, but all the red Ds there, those are locations that we have it. Our program in Bologna, Italy is actually 50 years old. We've been doing this a long time, and it's something we're really proud of. But also something to note, 46% of our science majors study abroad, 60% of our student athletes, and it's somewhere around 65% of our students of color also study abroad. So your financial aid, both merit and need-based scholarships follow you wherever you go. So we really try to make it as accessible as possible. But we also think global education is beyond study abroad. It's having these international interactions, just bring as much of the world to Dickinson as possible. We teach 13 languages. We really encourage students to do internships internationally if that's something that they're interested in, things like that. So something else that we do particularly well is sustainability. We actually were the 10th college or university in the country to become carbon neutral, and we announced that in Earth Day of 2020. There's about 13 colleges that are now. So something that we're very excited about. About 75% of our courses have some form of sustainability component to them, and that can be anything from in an art class, learning how to use reusable materials in your work, to in the international business and management, having sustainability in business. As well as, of course, environmental science, which is a very popular major. If you're interested in environmental science, this is something that we have a lot of great programs with. We're part of the Eco League, which is a group of 6 colleges around the country we're actually the biggest one. So a lot of them tend to be very niche but you can study away at these places for a semester, which is super cool. We also have a farm. It's 180 acres. It's awesome. Some pictures here. 100,000 pounds of produce are produced there each year. A lot of our dining hall food is from there. But also on the flip side of that, the food waste from the dining hall actually goes back out to the farm. And we have a grant from I think the Department of Agriculture, but it's some US government agency, to turn the food waste into biofuel. And it actually, the farm's going to be fully sustainable from that. But lots of stuff happens out there. In the bottom right, you can see that's a play. They perform the Grapes of Wrath out on the farm. So that's a fun one. There's a farmer's market that happens in Carlisle each Wednesday. And they bring out the pizza girl and they cook pizzas from the farm materials, or the produce from the farm, which is super fun. So a big thing you're probably wondering, like, so yes, you go to college to grow and all that stuff, but what are you going to get out of it? What are the connections you're going to make? What's important there? So our Career Center has a commitment that 100% of students who ask for an internship are going to get one. And these are some of the companies that our students work for, post-grad. I think our advising is really fantastic. The summer before you get to college, you're going to have your pre-major advisor, who's a professor, reach out to you and talk you through academics. And sort of through the whole process. And then once you get to school during orientation, a careers advisor is going to meet with you and sort of talk you through that from the careers lens. So the academic and careers advising is sort of integrated. We're top Fulbright producing, top Peace Corps producing, lots of stuff, but really great results from our grads. And then just from the admission side. So we're an early decision school, so binding. Our dates are November 15th and January 15th. We have an early decision 1 and 2. Something big for us is we're test blind, so we do not see standardized testing from anyone. So we were previously test optional for a while, but we are now currently test blind, and we will be for this year and next year. We offer merit scholarships, so that $15,000 to $30,000 merit scholarships you're automatically considered for when you apply. And then the presidential is there's a short 350 word essay that you submit as well with that. And then you're considered for that. The question this year is about how you've contributed to the community around you. But we do meet full financial aid through a mix of need and merit-based scholarship. About a third of our students are on merit-based scholarships. But yeah, Dickinson, great global education, great sustainability, located in Central Pennsylvania, small liberal arts. Thank you all so much.
Wonderful. Thank you. Next, I'm going to pass it off to Coastal Carolina University.
Of course, I started muted. Anyway, thank you. My name is Ben Rutherford. I'm with Coastal Carolina University. I'm the Assistant Director of Admissions Recruitment. So Coastal is a young institution. We were founded in 1954. We're located in beautiful Conway, South Carolina, which is actually 9 miles from the coast. So if you guys have heard of Myrtle Beach, you've probably passed us on the way. Some of our classes do end up taking place on the beach, which is pretty cool for students. Let me get through. So we are medium-sized, about 10,000 students with our 5 different academic colleges, with just over 90 different programs of study, anything from musical theater to business to marine science, and pretty much anything in between. Marine science is going to be one of our biggest programs, again, because we are close to the beach. We also have a fleet of boats, so you can go out into the open water and do some cool hands-on research, or we even own part of an island. So some of your research will take you up to that island, do some cool stuff, bring it back to our state-of-the-art lab and technology. We even have an interdisciplinary studies program where you get to pull together different programs to create your own major. It's actually what I did when I was a student. I pulled together some psychology, some sociology, communication, and education to work on a college campus. Now you can kind of do whatever you would like with it, from student affairs side to, we had somebody who did marine photography, where they pulled together marine science and photography to go ahead and make that happen. So if you can think of a program, but maybe we don't offer it, you can do it. We also, even though we are medium sized, we do like a small school feel. So we do have a 16:1 student to faculty ratio, which means your class size are anywhere from about 23 to about 28 students, and sometimes even smaller as you get more towards your junior and senior year. Now 79% of that faculty do possess doctoral or terminal degrees. Actually, some of our, of course, marine science professors are on Shark Week. So it's really cool to like turn the TV on and see your own professor kind of looking back at you. Now, there's plenty of time that you're going to be in the classroom. There's just as much, if not more, outside of the classroom, which is when we have over 120 different clubs and organizations, anything from Greek life to religious organizations to, there's a hammock club where they set up hammocks in the middle of campus, take naps, relax, read books. We have a radio station. If you would like to try your hand on radio, you get to kind of create your own channel and your own kind of time slot to do that. Now, the next slide is going to be kind of what we're looking for in admissions. So we are test optional, but if you choose to send test scores, we are looking for around a 3.2 to about a 4.0 GPA. Our ACT is a 19 to about a 24, and SAT is a 1020 to about an 1150. Now we do super score, so if you take these tests multiple times, go ahead and send us everything. We'll take the best ones, put them together to give you the best score possible. Now, if you're looking more for that test optional side, we are looking for around a 3.5 GPA right off the initial review with a rigorous college prep program. And if you don't have a 3.5 and you still want to apply test optional, don't worry, you absolutely can. We would just be looking for an essay, letters of recommendation, resume, personal statement, just anything about you as an individual, because we do a holistic review to look at a little bit of everything. If you either didn't take the test or didn't like your scores, either way, we're going to work with you guys as much as possible. Now, this screen is going to be our merit awards. So we do offer anywhere from about 15 to about 60% of tuition on merit awards. Now, you don't have to hit any additional application. You're automatically considered. And this is based off of a little bit of everything about you as an individual. This could be your GPA, your standardized test score. Now, we recalculate your GPA, taking 20 core classes, including your English, math, science, social studies, foreign language, and things like that. Then we look at the rigor of your classes. So AP, IB, dual enrollment, honors, a little bit of everything. Your rank, if your school does rank, academic recommendations, writing samples, so essay and things like that. Just kind of anything about you as an individual, we're going to go ahead and use to review for merit as well as admission. Now, I know it was pretty quick, but I always recommend reaching out to your admissions counselor as early as possible. That way you can start that conversation, because sometimes that can help with either getting into school or even for the merit award side of it. We are also doing campus visits. So if you ever find yourself down in Conway and Myrtle Beach, please feel free to stop by campus. We would love for you guys to come check everything out. It is pretty sunny most of the time, which is always nice. Or you can just stop in, get some cool teal gear, hang out at the beach. All right, so thank you guys. That's all I have. You guys have a wonderful rest of your night.
Thanks so much. Okay, next up, we have the University of South Carolina.
All right. Good evening, everyone. My name is Michaela Moultrie. I'm a coordinator for recruitment for the University of South Carolina. I am located on campus, but I am the primary representative for our Ohio and Kentucky territories. Just a little bit about USC. We are the public flagship university of the state of South Carolina. We're located in the state capital in Columbia, South Carolina. We were founded in 1801. And so the city kind of built itself around us. So we like to say that our students get a little bit of both small town charm as well as city life feel. Being in the capital, our students get a lot of opportunities just in terms of internships and then entertainment as well. Just a little bit about our current profile for our students. So we have about 27,000 undergraduate students on our campus. When you add in our graduate student population, we have closer to 35,000 students on campus. About 42% of our students are out-of-state students. Ohio usually falls around number 8 or number 9 of our states that we get students from. But we do have students from all 50 states as well as over 100 countries. So a very diverse population on our campus. About 23% of our students are underrepresented minorities, as well as we have 18% of our students are going to be first generation freshmen. So just a little bit about the majors and programs that we offer. USC has over 60 nationally ranked programs. The ones that people are usually most familiar with are going to be our number 1 undergraduate international business major. That's been number 1 for a consecutive 23 years. And then our exercise science program is highly ranked, as well as our nursing program. Our student to faculty ratio is 17:1. If you're looking at our larger lecture style classes, about 85% of those are going to have 50 students or less in them. We have over 300 degree options when you're looking at our majors, minors, and cognates, and those all fall within these 12 colleges on our campus. And then just a little bit about making our larger university feel a little bit smaller. We have over 500 student organizations on campus. About 27% of our campus is Greek. But then if you're looking at our academic programs on campus, we do have our South Carolina's Honors College, which has been top ranked since 2012. That's a 4-year academic program. It is a supplemental application to our general university application. Our honor students get involved in terms of like research, study abroad. They have specific grants and opportunities afforded to them by being in the South Carolina's Honor College. And then we also have our Capstone Scholars Program, which is a 2-year academic enrichment program. This one, and all students who apply to the university are automatically considered for. It's focused on out of the classroom learning. A little bit about applying to our university. This is our freshman profile for fall 2021. We enrolled over 6,000 incoming freshmen this year. These scores, the mid-ranges, are based off of students who applied to our university and said they wanted us to look at their scores. We are test optional again this year for fall 2022. And that applies to our general university application, as well as our honors college application and our merit scholarships. All students who apply to the university are automatically considered for our merit scholarships. There are a few that you do have to apply to the honors college to be considered for them. There are 2 ways to apply to the University of South Carolina. That's either directly through our website or through the Common App. And then just in terms of application requirements, we ask that on the application you select 2 majors. If you're looking to major in the business school, we ask that your second major does not be in the major, be in the business school as well. You can apply undeclared to our university. We're also going to be looking at a personal essay that you complete, as well as your activity section about your leadership and what you've been involved in, as well as we ask for an unofficial high school transcript. We have a $65 application fee, or we accept an eligible fee waiver for students. And then we also ask for a school report form from your counselor, your high school counselor. For our honors college application, that is supplemental to the university application, we ask for 2 letters of recommendation, 2 additional essays, as well as a short answer question, and then an optional resume. And then these are just our deadlines. Our early action deadline has already passed. Our honors college application deadline is coming up on the 15th of November, and then our regular decision application is on December 1. And then just a little bit of contact information if you have any further questions as well.
Wonderful, thanks so much. And next we have Ohio Northern University.
All right. Good evening, everyone. I get the pleasure today of telling you a little bit about Ohio Northern University. I am Brenda Avrish. I am one of our assistant directors of admissions, and it's a pleasure to talk to you this evening about some of the wonderful opportunities that Northern has to offer. This first slide here does highlight the fact that we are celebrating our 150 years here at Ohio Northern University, so a lot of excitement going on campus this year, and we are our students are getting highly involved in this wonderful celebration for us. So at Ohio Northern University, we are the polar bears. So we have a little over 3,100 students in enrollment here at Ohio Northern University. What makes up that population? We do have 36 states represented alongside of 26 countries. We have between 80 and 90 international students in that population as well. And our campus is roughly 342 acres. As you can see on the Ohio map, we are located in the not so large town of Ada, Ohio, and we're very, very proud of our community involvement with students and our community. So we have a lot that we are super proud of, and our community is very supportive of our campus. We're about 25 minutes from Lima, 25 minutes from Findlay, Ohio. Academically, we are made up of 5 colleges. So we have over 60 academic programs and around 54 minors that we offer here at Ohio Northern. They're all broken down by colleges. So as you can see listed there, we have arts and sciences, engineering, pharmacy, law, and business. Our classrooms, about 90% of them are 30 students or less. On average, though, it's between 18 and 20. And our student to faculty ratio is 11:1. So we're really proud of those numbers because students get to know their faculty very well here at Ohio Northern, and we have some very established faculty in our academic programs. Top majors here at Ohio Northern tend to be engineering, nursing, so the health sciences areas. We've had a lot of interest in psychology, exercise physiology, and business, but we are very proud of our population of students that come in and fall under those areas of academic interest. At Ohio Northern University, we are well known for our impressive outcomes. So we are ranked #1 in Ohio and 3rd in the nation most likely to place students into jobs, alongside of having a 95% job placement rate. We are extremely proud of our outcomes and especially our ranking of #3 among Midwest regional colleges, according to the U.S. News and World Report. This is something that we're very proud of. It shows that what's happening here at Ohio Northern works, and what's happening is how we apply high impact learning practices in all of our academic programs that we have on campus. We have students that are, and our faculty and our students are very intentionally getting involved in undergraduate research. We have impressive internship opportunities, co-op opportunities, study abroad opportunities. So it shows that these outcomes, when students are getting involved in these high impact practices, all strategically implemented in our academic programs, they're being successful. These are some listings of where we're seeing students going. Super impressive, all the way from Ivy League schools to Big Ten schools. So it's very impressive for our students. Career placement, just some samplings of where we see students going when they're finishing here at Ohio Northern University. So we're very proud of those outcomes. We have a lot of student involvement here. We have 82% of our students that are involved in at least one thing on campus. We have 200 plus student organizations, and that's makes up all sorts of social organizations to service organizations. We do have about 14% of our students that get involved in Greek life. We have 10% of our students in visual and performing arts. That's what's wonderful about Northern, is we have wonderful STEM program, but we also have that liberal arts side of really being proud of our music theater and music programs as well. So about 10% of students get involved in that way. We are a Division III school for athletics. So we have 23 different varsity sports, including esports. About 33 to 35% of students are student athletes here. However, if you just want to have fun and get involved in some ultimate frisbee, we do have clubs and intramurals as well. We are a United Methodist affiliate institution, so we do have 30 plus religions and denominations on our campus. Though it's not required, we do have chapel hour from 11 to 12 for students. On Thursdays, we do have a student planning committee with big group events as well. So it's almost like the Olympic symbol. We have students getting involved in a little bit of everything on campus. So they're very engaged community here. The application process at Ohio Northern. So we have our own application on our website, as well as we are on the Common App. Both are free, and you can see there, those are open and ready for seniors to be applying. When we review an application, we are taking transcripts, as obviously, but we will then be test optional for fall of 2022. So if a student decides to submit test scores or not, that's up to them. So we do look at the student holistically. You'll see our averages there as it rates for the test scores alongside of our GPA. But we do ask students to tell us a little bit about themselves. So we'll definitely want to take a look at those college essays and things, because we want to know who you are and make sure, obviously, you'd be a good fit here at Northern. Our scholarships are based on merit criteria that you're accepted on, and that's $16,000 to $23,000. We also offer other talent awards, Dimension Awards for diversity students, and esports scholarships as well. This is my information. Thanks tonight for letting me share a little bit of information about Ohio Northern, and go Polar Bears.
Awesome. Thank you for that. Next up, we have Youngstown State University.
good evening from Youngstown State University. My name is Todd McDavid. I am a regional admission representative. I'm based in Columbus and cover the southern half of Ohio. We are located midway between Pittsburgh and Cleveland. We're going to start off with a little video to let you know who we are and where we are located.
You're here to be part of something bigger, to make for you college knowledge being shared. Experiences that aren't limited to the classroom. Campus, you want to matter. It's about engaging every day, building relationships with students, with mentors, with the community, in the heart of a reinvented city. We are that something bigger. We are Youngstown State University and proud.
Again, good evening from YSU. We are an urban research institution located right in the heart of Youngstown. We are a 160-acre campus with an extremely generous research service grants, over 39 million. We have 12,000 students who attend YSU with roughly 3,500 living on campus, which gives you that large campus opportunities, but small school. You're going to get to know our professors. Your average class size is about 26 with a student faculty ratio of about 14:1. Lab size, we are very hands-on. We want you learning how to use the tools and the materials to get further in life. Our average lab size is about 10 students, and we are considered a Forbes magazine top college. And while we are an urban institution, we are also known as a tree campus. It is very, very beautiful with lots of things always in bloom. Things about us academically, we have 5 different colleges on our campus, largest one being Health and Human Services, 115 different majors. Again, with that large opportunities available to you, you're going to have research opportunities right from the start, working with tenure track professors. Honors College, open to all majors, 3.5 GPA and a 26 on the ACT. Support services, we are very much a full service institution, academic advisement, career exploration, counseling service, everything that we've been through with the pandemic. We're very proud of our health services and our counseling services available to students. Again, we really a dynamic success center with reading and study skills available, writing center, math assistant. We really work hard for our students to feel a part of the institution and to have a good personal service while attending YSU. Students have over 100 different clubs and organizations. We are a Division I athletic school with 9 men's, 12 women's programs, Greek life, book clubs, honoraries. We have a very dynamic veteran affairs office, very veteran friendly institution. We have Army ROTC and share Air Force ROTC with Kent State University. Student employment is very much a plus. We have 20 restaurants within walking distance of our institution, as well as other kinds of student employment available to students who attend YSU. Our cost of attendance, we are very competitive. We feel that we are affordable, and our students, we do make it our students' option of whether they live on campus. Multiple different types of housing available, but we show you there the commuter costs, room and board costs, with your total resident in Ohio at $19,700, and those in our affordable tuition advantage program at $20,000. Scholarships, we're going to reward you for working hard in high school. If you have at least a 3.0 and a 19 on the ACT composite, we will take $1,000 per year off your tuition cost. While these are not stackable, wherever you fall based on school experience, that's what we're going to award you. There is no essay required for these scholarships. Those that are interested in the honors program, it is a 3.5 and a 26 to be eligible for honors scholarships, this does require an additional application in addition to the general university application. The application deadline for YSU, the preferred deadline is February 15th. Our students apply through our website only at ysu.edu. We do accept CCP credit, AP credit, and we encourage you to send the transcript as early as possible so we can turn around. Right now, turnaround time is about 1 week. We do offer daily on-campus tours, virtual visits, virtual appointments, virtual tours, just about anything you can think of. We want you to see what makes so special. We encourage you to come for Penguin Preview Day. Application is $35 again on ysu.edu. If you have any questions, please contact us there on either email or by phone. Thank you for your time, and go Penguins.
Awesome. Thank you so much. All right, I'd like to pass over to Walsh University.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for having me today. There we go. My name is Alex Attell. I am one of the assistant directors of admissions at Walsh University. We are located in North Canton, Ohio, which is about an hour south of Cleveland, founded by the Brothers of Christian Instruction as a Catholic liberal arts institution. And we represent students from 40 states and 40 countries. Some big takeaways, fast facts about Walsh. We have about 2,600 students that attend Walsh University. We have a 15:1 student to faculty ratio, so class sizes are smaller. You have a lot of that one-on-one with your professor. 100% of our students will receive a merit-based scholarship, 100% guaranteed internship, so all students will have that incorporated into their curriculum, and it's guaranteed. They need that to graduate, so they'll have some type of real-world experience. We have a 97% career placement rate. 92% of our graduates continuing their education will attend their first choice graduate school. We are also on 8-week academic terms, so students are taking 2 to 3 classes every 8 weeks versus 5 to 6 every 15 weeks. Our Maroon and Gold Promise is our 4-year guarantee, so coming to school is an investment. If you're not in an accelerated program and you're not graduating in 4 years and meet certain criteria, Walsh will pay up to 2 subsequent semesters for you, or up to 2 grad courses. We have 10 different resident halls to call home. We are a member of the NCAA Division II Conference, and we have many global learning opportunities. We have over 100 different academic programs. Nursing is our top program. It's our #1 major, but we did add 10 new majors. This is a list of all 10, but I would say our most popular are our data analytics program, game development, web design, and esports and gaming management. We also have various accelerated programs for our students to choose from. So if students are interested in law school, we have a partnership with the University of Akron, the Catholic University of America, and the University of Dayton Law School. So students are graduating in 6 years versus 7 with their law degree. If students are interested in engineering, they can graduate in 5 years versus 6 at the University of Dayton. We just added our athletic training program partnered with YSU. So it's our exercise pre-athletic training program. Students would do 3 years at Walsh and then 2 additional years at YSU to graduate with their master's in athletic training. And we have accelerated programs that are on campus at Walsh as well. So we have a 3+3 doctorate program of physical therapy, a 3+2 Masters of Occupational Therapy program, a 4+1 MBA program. So if a student is interested in getting their MBA and they're a non-business major, they can graduate in 5 years versus 6 with their MBA. We have a BA to MA counseling program and an early assurance Masters of Occupational Therapy program. I want to talk to you guys a little bit about our 8-week terms. So this is very unique at Walsh. Students are taking 2-3 classes every 8 weeks versus to 6 every 15 weeks. So essentially, students are not having to worry about 5 to 6 classes at a time. They're able to focus on 2 to 3 classes. It allows for students to take 8 weeks off and do an internship and not have to wait a full semester to jump on track again. They can continue on in the summer if they want and potentially graduate sooner. And research has shown that students are able to retain the information better at an accelerated pace with a smaller amount of classes. We are a member of the NCAA Division II conference. So we have 22 different varsity sports listed here. Every student at Walsh will receive between a $14,000 to $20,000 scholarship. That's based off of the student's GPA and test scores. So if a student applies to Walsh now and their GPA goes up or their test scores go up, we're able to honor that and upgrade you. So we look at your GPA and your test scores throughout the summer, throughout the start of school. And this scholarship is renewed every single year. We have 2 ways our students can apply to Walsh, so traditionally and test optional. Traditionally would be submitting your application online through our website or through the Common App. And we accept the ACT, SAT, and the CLT. We also super score. But if you feel like your test scores do not reflect you as a student, you do not have to submit your test scores. You can just apply with your transcripts, but you do need at least a 2.5 GPA. So those are the 2 ways you can apply. The only time I would recommend submitting your test scores if you're considering an honors program or a specific accelerated program that we offer for our students on campus. But that's all I have today. But feel free to come visit campus. We have tours every day on Saturdays, and our big open house is coming up on November 6th called Discover Walsh. Thanks so much.
Awesome. Thank you so much. All right, we are at this part of the session where I'm going to ask all of the presenters to pop back on. I'm going to ask them an additional question so we can hear from them one more time before we end for the evening. So I'm going to share the question here. What advice would you give someone going through the college search process? And I'm going to ask Dickinson College to go first.
I think one of the best things you can do is really talk to as many students as possible at the college or university, just because you're going to have that experience there, and they're the people having it at the current time, and they're the best people to understand and sort of try to picture yourself at that institution.
Awesome, thank you. Coastal Carolina, what would your advice be?
Sure. So I would always recommend stepping foot on whatever campuses you're looking at. There's this weird feeling you get either, yeah, I'm going to love it here, or maybe this isn't the place for me. So I always recommend stepping foot on campus, seeing the students walk around, meeting with your admissions counselor, get a whole day experience out of it.
Thank you. University of South Carolina, what would your advice be?
Yeah, just kind of to echo Ryan, I would just recommend to ask as many questions as possible. There's a lot of information out there. A lot of institutions have different requirements. So if you don't understand something or you're confused about something, there's plenty of people out there that can kind of clarify things for you and make a little bit more sense.
Thank you. Ohio Northern, what is your advice?
I would suggest using us in admissions and your financial aid counselors through the process, because I think that oftentimes students get a little bit intimidated about asking questions and who to go to, and we are meant in admissions to be advocates for students. So I definitely would actually encourage students to use their counselors and us in the admissions office to get them what they need. And there is no such thing as a dumb question.
Awesome, thank you. Youngstown State, what would you say?
I agree with my colleagues on the questions. I think those are huge. And I would also encourage, do your homework, get on the website, see what's there, really look at things that are going to affect you in daily life, and ask in that homework, ask your friends, your family, your counselors, what they've experienced going through the whole process. There's a wealth of knowledge out there.
Absolutely. Thank you. And Walsh University, what's your advice?
I would say for sure visit campus. You're not going to know you want to go to a school until you step foot on campus. And especially if you're looking at a lot of schools, it could be stressful. So as you're narrowing it down, don't hesitate to go back to the university and visit it again. So you know for sure that's where you want to go. Maybe shadow a student to see what it's like a day in the life of a student.
Wonderful, thank you. I think we have time for one more question. So I'm going to ask, what's one thing you want students to remember about your school? And we'll go back to Dickinson College.
I think the thing that students have told me that they wish we talked about more in admissions is just that student-faculty relationship is just really top notch. You really get to know them on a personal level, and that leads to better research, better recommendations later when you're applying to jobs in grad schools and things like that. But it's a really great experience in a really tight community in that way.
Thank you. Coastal Carolina, what do you want students to remember?
I think the one important thing to remember about Coastal as a whole is there's no, to be really cliche and cheesy, there's no way your puzzle piece can fit into our puzzle wrong. Like, we're split pretty evenly in-state, out-of-state, have a bunch of different people from a little bit of everywhere. We're just wanting people to come, hang out, vibe, just chill, you know. So come hang out at the beach, come rock some teal.
Awesome. University of South Carolina.
Yeah, so again, we're the flagship institution of South Carolina. So we're a fairly large institution. So I just think there's so many ways to make our larger institution feel a little bit smaller. And I talked about a few of them in our presentation, but there's so many different options for students. So don't be scared about the big university thing, because there's something for everybody.
Thank you. Ohio Northern.
I'd say the one thing to remember about Ohio Northern University is that, we may be in, small Midwest Ohio, but our outcomes are as mighty as our state. So we definitely have some great outcomes. So students that come here and see that they fit here and get engaged do extremely well. So think about the outcomes that we have here for a school of where we're located and of our size. Pretty distinctive, I believe.
Awesome. Thank you. Youngstown State, what do you want students to remember?
I would say it's large school opportunities, small school feel. You're going to have a very personal experience and be within 7 hours of some of the largest metropolitan areas in the country for future experiences and jobs and education.
Wonderful. And Walsh?
I would say there's something here for everyone. It feels like a family. Everyone's very welcoming. And our professors really care about our students. They want our students to succeed. From being given the opportunity of having a guaranteed internship and studying abroad, our students feel prepared when they graduate from Walsh University.
And I'm muted. That was all very great information. Thank you so much. All right, so at this point, I'd like to thank all of our presenters for your time, your information, everything. It was fabulous. It was so great to hear everything. And thank you to our participants for joining us this evening. When you close this window, there will be a link to a quick survey. Any feedback you can provide would be greatly appreciated. You'll be able to find this session's recording as well as the other sessions recordings at strivescan.com/Ohio. And with that, we are going to conclude the evening. Thank you so much for being with us. Goodbye.